Cheers.
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 Yes. Good morning, everybody. It's your boy Loser Lou, sitting in the back of the room, west side of San Antonio. I don't know how cold it is, but it ain't really too cold at all, but it feels good outside. So I got some people here tonight. Shout out Dmise. Thank you for being here.
What up? Thanks for having me.
So episode 55, Dmise sat when we were talking about the show he was getting ready to do, and we touched on some foot things. So the infamous foot model came back, or she wanted to come and talk about some things. So let's get it in tonight.
Yeah, she was behind the scenes on the last one.
She was
Just helplessly watching from the side.
Like, they're talking about me.
That was a fun one. I liked going to Am's studio and invading it. I'm so sad he's got to like dip out of there.
I know. That's a sad day coming for sure. For sure, man. That's a good spot.
Well, Dmise, if they want to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you?
On Instagram, it's Christopher Dmise. ChristopherDmise. And then on TikTok, Dmise, Dmise.
What, you got dancing videos?
Man.
Oh yeah.
Dude, like TikTok's fun, but it's mostly I try to do mostly tutorials and that sort of thing.
Oh,
like
sick.
showing like the process. But I do like doing those funny knockoff videos, and I'll post them every now and then. They don't get any traction or any play, but they're more for me, you know, embracing that comedic side.
That's cool.
Yeah, man, it's fun.
And we have Alicia.
Yes.
How you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
She also made that beat. That beat's pretty cold.
Yes, I just released it last Friday, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's new like that. Oh, hell
freshy.
yeah. So how long you been making music?
I've been making music for, probably the last 8 or 9 years.
Was it always just beats like that?
Yep, pretty much. I got into it actually because I was a DJ originally, and then I got kind of tired DJing and looking for new tracks and wanted to make my own.
Like what kind of DJ?
Well, I DJ'd all kinds of different stuff. So I used to do like a monthly thing, you know, so you would always have to switch it up. And that was kind of what drove me nuts about DJing. And I like to listen to a lot of inappropriate music, and so that can sometimes be conflicting.
What is inappropriate music?
Venues. Well, you know, just like rap, a lot of rap
Oh,
music.
okay.
And it's like DJing, you have to really consider your crowd, consider your venue, and I like making beats because there's more creative freedom with that.
That's cool. So what, do you make them on like Fruity Loops or?
I use Logic.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yep. Getting ready to release an album this year. And I'll just be dropping one song probably every 4 weeks.
Oh, that's dope.
Really, yeah.
So you have 2 of them out. Is it just iTunes we can hear them on? Where else can you hear them on?
They're on all streaming platforms.
And how do people find them?
So they just have to look me up, and my musician name is Athanur. So that's spelled Athanur.
Thanks for explaining that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It's kind of a tricky one.
We were laughing about it earlier before we started the podcast, just talking about how everybody would call her Arthur.
Athanur.
Arthur. Yeah, your girlfriend Arthur. I'm like, motherfucker. Girlfriend Arthur. It's Alicia. It's Athanur.
I need to release a training on how to pronounce my name.
I forgot where we were at, but she had introduced herself to somebody, and we were at like some graffiti like jam thing, and they're like, yeah, like, this is my girl, and she was like, hey, Athanur, and the dude was like, how the fuck am I supposed to remember that? She was like, Alicia then. Like, okay, I'll remember Alicia. Athanur, what the fuck? Explain where that name comes from.
Well, it's a term for in alchemy, and there's also different cultures that are more familiar with that term. Probably not so much in America, but outside of it, the Athanur is like a chamber of transformation, and it's where one substance could be turned into something greater, like shit turned into gold type of thing. So you're transforming into greatness.
I got you. Well, thanks for breaking that down.
Yeah.
I asked before, like, I don't know how to say that.
No,
I try and be as honest I can be with everything. Because, it gets weird when you're not honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you it's better just to like, yo, how do you do this?
Right. Or like when somebody's explaining a movie or something, you're like, yeah, dude, totally. And they're like, so you remember this one character? You're like, actually, I had never seen that shit.
I was just smiling and nodding.
Dude, you remember on this movie, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yes, no.
That's a story. That's like, don't ask me about anything on Sunday. Because I'm still recovering from like Thursday.
Fair enough. That's what's up. That's the life right there. Yeah, we're pretty much on the same boat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, y'all look like y'all party. So.
Oh yeah, man. Like, we're living out there in California in Humboldt County, and I mean, shit, dude. It's a very heavy party scene.
Is it real hippie?
Yeah.
It seems real hippie.
Yeah, it's really hippie.
It's like all the Grateful Dead heads went and settled out of there.
Like
Rainbow,
like this guy?
Yeah, Rainbow Tribe, all of those hippies just.
One of my
hide
cousins
out
was a
there in the
deadhead.
hills.
She followed him for like 2 years. I was like, wow, like how do you have the money to do that?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
She must have been making money on the road.
She was doing something.
yeah, a lot
those
of
feet pics.
So has I know y'all been out here for a few months. Has being out here affected the feet pics at all?
Oh no, that'll never change.
The hustle don't stop.
Yeah, I mean, not yet. Anyways, yeah, it's like kind of took over our lives by accident.
Yeah, weren't you talking about though that you couldn't wear certain like sandals and stuff here in Texas because the ground will like mess up your feet?
I guess.
Oh, wow.
That is one thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
It's like-
she has to consider that. Like,
So what, you can't wear chanclas out here?
Not really. It's like up north where we live, it's always cold, so it's always wearing socks and shoes, and then come here and wearing sandals. It's like it messes up your feet.
Really?
Yeah.
or it dries them out or
Dries 'em
something. You know what I
out.
mean? Like, or you get dirt on them easily. And she's like, man.
Listen, I gotta protect my assets.
She's like, hey, babe, can you take a picture of my feet? I'm like, yeah, sure. And then it like takes like 15 minutes for her to clean them off, from the Texas dirt.
She busts out the baby wipes.
Bust them out. Bust out the baby
I just
wipes.
make him lick them off.
Yeah, that's my job. I'm like, all right. Got a hairball.
Toenail.
Clean the dirt.
That's pretty funny.
No, dude, there's people that like they're in the feet like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And shit, man, like we just like kind of tiptoe into the foot fetish realm, not so much like dive all the way in. But there's people that they'll give her like some crazy ass requests for custom content, and then also too they're like, man, if you ever come to New York, I would lick dirt off of those soles,
And all of it always blows my mind because I didn't know what a foot fetish was when this all started. Like, it's all his fault, mine. Because he was like, this one day he was like, hey, I really want to get you a pedicure. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I was like, okay, like, yeah, I got this pedicure. And then he's like, okay, so put your feet up on this chair and then I'm going to take a picture. I was like, oh, that's so interesting.
So that's how the star was born?
Yes. And what an interesting angle. And then he was sharing it, probably showing it off to some other foot guys online, like, oh, check out my girl's feet. And they're like, oh, can I post this? And then it kind of started like catching some traction. And then I posted a pic and it was like, then I had 15,000 followers overnight.
Yeah, it was like immediately. It was crazy.
So all those followers are from feet?
Most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. So it's it was like fun, something that we were just doing for fun, and I didn't realize what it really was. It was like Alice in Wonderland or something.
That's cool though. That's super interesting.
Yeah, it's a weird world out there, man. Like, very weird.
And it's funny because this is only the surface of it.
Yeah,
like, there's a lot weirder stuff.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Remember that one request that dude was like, I will pay you $8,000 to get a newborn puppy and smash it with your bare feet.
Yep.
And she was telling me about that, and I was like, how would you be able to live with yourself doing that? Like,
and I was like, no. And he was like, 10,000. And I was like, no, it's 15,000. And I was just
the price just kept going up. She was like,
it's like, are you the devil?
I love puppies.
Exactly. It's like puppies, innocent puppies.
I can't even smash spiders.
But yeah, we were able to get a new car with that money, and just kidding.
She did not smash no puppies.
Can you edit that out or no?
No puppies were harmed.
No puppies were harmed in this. I am an animal lover, and
for real. Like, there's spiders in the house, and she'll like make it go out of her way to set them free.
So, what are some of the other like requests that you get?
There's it's really hard to check my DMs. Like, we'll just put it that way. I have to be in the right head state. If I'm slightly agitated or like,
I can't even imagine.
Some kind of mood,
wow.
it's like, it can be hard to sort through it. But there are really awesome, just normal people that don't want anything crazy.
So not everybody wants puppy smashed.
No, those are just the weirdos.
So what's the calmer stuff? What's the stuff? Oh, what? Wait, let's start.
My favorite stuff is like when people just give me money for no reason. So it keeps me going. So it keeps me going.
Hey, on that note, shout out Glenn. I really appreciate you the other day. Thanks for listening, Glenn. My homie just sent me $50 out of nowhere the other day.
That's dope.
He was just he was like, dude, I've been listening to your podcast. They're funny as fuck. Here. I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Thanks.
And the people who can give and do that, it's like it compensates for all of the lack of funds that you receive for all of the creativity that's put forth.
Or just like having to set time aside to do things.
Yeah.
Like that's my thing right now is like setting my time aside. Because I mean, I like being fucked up, and usually when I do these, I'm not too fucked up.
Right. I know. I tried to light this joint, but he's like, I don't know.
No one told you that.
Damn.
So like, I'm trying to get these requests. Like, what? I don't understand. Like. Did they ask you to pour honey on your feet? Jelly? Like, they ask you to step on things? Like,
so
they ask you to stomp in mud?
Most of the time, most people, it's like a relaxing thing for them. And I do a lot of talking and kind of like personal development stuff. So a lot of people, it's almost like ASMR.
Oh, okay.
Like, okay, they like someone to just talk soothingly to them or say different things.
So no stepping on bubble wrap.
No, there are people like that. They might want me to put some whipped cream on my feet or something. So, but I really don't do a lot of custom content and custom requests for that reason, just because it warps my mind a little bit to read everyone's like weird requests. It's like I used to, because my business before was essential oils and networking. So I was used to interacting with people a lot. And then when the foot thing happened, it was a huge transition because like, okay, there has to be some barriers for people to be able to get a hold of me.
Yeah. Especially like, I still can't believe someone was willing to pay you that much money to do that to a puppy. Like that's insane.
Yeah,
like
that's crazy.
Some people will just like pay a lot of money just to chat with them too, because people are just lonely.
Chat with who?
Just one of my fans, you know.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like they chat with your toes or something.
They might chat with a couple toes.
Her feet will be, you know.
I'll usually sit like this, like.
Hold up. Let me get a picture real quick.
Come on. With the boots on though, like.
Oh wait, come on! You want me to take the boots off? That's gonna cost extra. I mean, I guess I could. Just gonna slowly take these boots off under the table.
So,
it's a weird world, like you said. You know?
Yeah, people want her dirty socks all the time, and she uses essential oils religiously. She wants to like enhance her mood. She'll, you know, rub some oils on the bottom of her feet because that's where a lot of the pores are that will.
They'll absorb the oils. And that's also how a lot of this started, because in my essential oil business, we do medical grade oils for all different kinds of health purposes. And one of the places you apply it is the bottom of the feet, because the pores on your feet are so large that it absorbs the oil into your bloodstream really quickly. So there's all kinds of health benefits for that. And then, of course, all the feet people like, oh, yeah. Do it again.
That's funny.
But yeah, they'll get mad when she actually does fill out this request. All right, I'll sell you some dirty socks of mine. Make sure that you wear them for a week. All right, I'll wear them for a week.
I'll wait till they're standing on their own all the way. No.
But they'll complain that they smell too pretty. Like, they smell good. Like, these smell like oils, or this smells like roses or perfume.
This is bullshit.
What, they want the cheese?
Yeah, they want that. They want funky smelling socks, bro. Like, no lie. They want that shit to be like, oh, yes. Oh, rub it all over them. I don't know what they do with them.
Well, now you know, because I remember last time you said you put your foot in place one time.
Oh, yes. We've done a couple of jokes like that where we'll be like, I'll be all looking cool, and then he'll put his feet out for a change. And then people threaten us in all kinds of ways. Every time they see Chris's feet, they're like, or Dmise's feet, they're like, I'm going to unfollow. I see your man's feet one more time.
Are they that bad looking?
Let's just say he hasn't had a pedicure ever before.
Yeah, I just have manly feet, dude.
Hey, like, I know what you mean. Do you got one of those toes?
Yeah, I got one of them toes.
Like one of those toes? Like, I know I got one of those toes where it's like you look at it, you're just like, what happened?
Yeah. No, I've got the...
It's like drop the couch on it.
I've got the toes where I have that one toe that's laying over my big toe. You know what I mean? Like, my toes are like this, like,
oh wow,
they're crossed over.
So I'm always telling my homies like, yo, cross your toes, like, let's get it. Like,
yeah, I do that without even having to try. It's crazy.
Locked and loaded.
Wow, hell yeah.
Yeah, and my feet are hairy as fuck. I'm so hairy, bro. Like, so nobody wants to see my feet, especially
you can run through the Shire with them or what?
What's much. That?
You can run through the Shire with them?
He's never seen the Lord of the Rings.
I've only seen the first 30 minutes of it. I never watched it after that. So you got Hobbit feet too?
I got Hobbit feet, bro. Yeah,
I feel that.
I do. Nobody wants to see my feet. Everybody wants to see
her. That's okay. You're talented in other areas.
Definitely. I'm not trying to make money off my feet.
I am trying to get him to start his own OnlyFans, though.
Doing what?
I mean...
The truffle shuffle?
I was thinking he could paint naked.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that either. Maybe there are. I don't know, but
anybody.
But I do have.
Subscribe. Will you subscribe? Comment below.
Yeah, will you,
dude?
Drop it in the comments.
Those erotic paintings that you got.
Oh,
Yeah.
Those are fucking sick, bro. Like that shit. Like when y'all showed me that the other day, I was just like, wow. Like first I was taken back because it took a minute just to soak the content up, but then it was just like, man, these are fucking sick. Like, yeah, that shit's dope, bro.
Yeah, if anybody who's listening wants to check that stuff out, I do have an Instagram page that is still up.
For now,
it's still up.
Have they threatened to take it down at any point?
Oh,
they've taken it down before. I remember I reached like 10,000 followers, and then it was just like psh, gone. And my graffiti page or my art page or whatever on Instagram, has close to 5K, but it's been years in the making. But that erotic page like blew up to like 9K within like the first like 2 months that I had it up.
Good Lord.
And I was getting lots of people in like the erotic arts community sharing my stuff, reposting it. So I was getting a lot of traction. But I did notice that a lot of friend requests and people that were coming in, they were like, I was looking at their pages and I'm like, man, this is like little 14-year-olds or like 13-year-olds. I felt bad. I'm like, man, but when I was that age, I was looking at porn. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I'm not fully responsible for.
Listen, that's on the parents. All right, we're not responsible.
Yeah. Come on, I remember looking at like Channel 99 porn.
Yeah, exactly. It's all fucking scrambled and shit.
Is that a titty?
That's a titty. No, that's a bald guy's forehead. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
It's a titty.
It's a titty. No, it's a titty. I see the areola. There it is. Boom.
I love his erotic art and I fully support it, but I just want to say that art is not me. All right, people? Like, I know what everyone's thinking. They think every time that he does a piece, it's me. It's not. All right?
Dude,
just for the record. Everyone will be like, oh, I love
true.
these erotic. Like, he did this show one time in a shop, and it was all erotic pieces, and we were just shopping and visiting it in Cali.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in Eureka is a place called Good Relations. It's a lingerie / erotic shop, for adults,
Okay.
And we were there shopping and just checking on the show, and then they didn't realize that he was the artist, and so they're talking to us, and they're like, all of these pieces are his girlfriend.
And you're sitting there like...
I'm like... What?
It was pretty funny.
No.
There's like all different shapes and sizes of women that I draw and paint, and in different colors, ethnicities. So it's just so funny that somebody would be like, "That's all his girlfriend."
It doesn't look like me, does it? I don't. Yeah.
No, it's
see
a
what
trip.
you want to see, I guess.
But I will say, like, out of maybe like 40 pieces that I was showing at that show, there was probably like maybe 5 that were her. No cap.
No cap.
You're really blowing up my spot right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll plug in the Instagram, which is Dmise Erotica. So yeah, Dmise, Dmise, and then Erotica, Erotica. Damn, I'm like feeling like I'm in a spelling bee right now.
Is it erotic Demise or Demise Erotica?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up right now. Look it up right now.
It's Dmise Erotica. It used to be Erotic Demise, and that's the one that got disabled or shut down or whatever.
So that's why you need to start an OnlyFans for your erotic art.
So I do have an OnlyFans, only because they made me set one up because, yep. They made me set one up because I was an actor tickling her feet on her OnlyFans. And just even though it was just my hand, they were like, well, this got to get deleted unless this actor consents to be in this video and has a OnlyFans profile, or else we're gonna have to. You're violating.
So you
our
had
terms.
you had to make an OnlyFans.
So I had to make an OnlyFans. So
Have you put any content on about it?
No, I haven't. But I should put all my erotic stuff on there, you know, or like even just like creation videos of me working on that
Yeah,
stuff.
do it, bro.
You know? Yeah, just for the hell of it, because I don't know how long that Instagram one. I mean, that Instagram has been up for at least 3 years.
I love how you're holding the parental advisory sign.
Oh yeah, see? Some of the pics he takes, I'm like, that's OnlyFans material. You're gonna get banned.
Yeah, man, this shit is fucking sick, bro.
Thank you. Thanks.
And like, I'm not even into things like this, but this shit's dope.
Cosmic booties.
Yeah, you know, it's something that I really enjoy doing, especially when it comes to like mixing the erotic world with like psychedelic art and like trippy stuff. That's why a lot of my erotic stuff kind of reminds me while I'm drawing it of like a mushroom trip or LSD trip, you know, and then having sex. That shit's magical, man. That shit's magical. It's like you're like opening up portals into the universe and shit. Well,
yeah, man, it's almost too hard to like comprehend while you're going through it. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to get into it.
I feel you, man. Yeah, it's a trip. But yeah, none of the drawings are of Alicia, no, or Athanur.
Yep. Nope. Disclaimer.
So when do you think you're dropping that album?
So the album is going to be released one single at a time, just for a few different reasons, because music has been in kind of the hobby and passion lane for me for quite a few years. It was what I did to keep myself sane because I was really stressed at work all the time. So I'd just come home and just make really dark beats and decompress. So I literally have hundreds of songs, but I was just building them up for so long. And then it's been a slow process of like learning how to mix them and kind of figure out how to bring them forward.
So you do all that yourself?
I mix them.
Do you master them yourself?
No, I don't master them myself.
Okay.
So I have a mastering engineer, and so we're just like slowly pulling those tracks. The mixing is what takes the longest because I'm still learning that process and just trying to figure out how to turn it into more of like a business and something that I can continue to do and have it be sustainable, maybe do some more shows. And so I'll be releasing one song at a time, mainly just for marketing purposes, because it'll just be when you're branching out into a new industry, you don't want to just unload too much content, because I don't really have music fans right now. So I'm just trying to slowly start to build up a new brand, I guess, or a new persona with that.
I see what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah.
So is this all new music or is this older stuff you're just releasing out there?
Right now it's older stuff.
Okay.
And some of it is like a lot of it was updated recently because, as I'm mixing it, then sometimes I'll go through and I like to chop my beats up because of DJing. I was really into like turntablism and learning, how to beat juggle and things like that. So I try to like bring some of those tricks or kind of chop things up a little bit with my beats.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like it's old stuff, but a lot of them have been updated and remixed. And so people who have been following me or have heard my music, if they hear it again, it'll sound a fresh sound. And and then I'm working on new music, but my main goal was to release this old music because it's piling up. I have hundreds of songs,
Yeah,
and
she's got a lot of music.
It's hard to justify to keep creating it.
So is that something you just do like just to decompress, or has it just become like a routine?
Yeah, it's mainly something I do just to stay sane. It keeps me happy, and it's like I can escape into my own reality with it. And I love the electronic potential. Like you have hundreds of different instruments, and you can also sample your own sounds, and just it's like limitless possibilities there. You can really get lost in it.
Is this something from here or something from out over there?
It's Humboldt.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's that Humboldt smoke.
That's what's up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's the SFE OG.
San Fernando Valley?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That was
Yeah.
that was one of my faves. I used to see that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It's like Yeah, we both love the cannabis industry, and we've lived up in Humboldt for quite a few years, but it's changed so much since legalization happened. So, you know,
That's my roommate.
we-
What up, Eve?
Oh yeah, what's up, dude? Good to see you again.
Cheers.
He's actually going to Kansas at the end of this month. What day? The 20th? 19th. He's playing at the 19th. Shout out FK Menace.
That's badass.
I know. I'm stoked for him. Like he's an amazing DJ. I love like whenever we get in the car and he's with me, I'm just like, yo, here. And I just hand him my phone. I'm like, come on, you know what's up. Like, I love he has like a very fresh taste on music.
That's dope. That's
Like,
important.
Yeah, a lot of DJs sleep on that though.
It's true, man.
I'm not gonna say anymore because people are gonna be mad at me for saying that.
No,
Yeah.
it is a lot of work. I mean, as someone who was DJing before, that's why I quit, because I was tired of always having to look for the new thing. And
Trying
it's
to
a
be above the
full-time
curve.
job,
Yeah.
Especially if you play regular shows and you're always having to have a different set. You don't want to play the same set list every time you do a show, and it's like that's a time investment. And a lot of DJs don't even just do like what was released. They'll go find a remix or something too. So it's like you have to dig really deep. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is work.
Labor of love.
Right? That's what this is for me right here. Doing all this, like, I don't see it. I don't see it. I feel very, very little back. But man, I love doing this shit. This is like my therapy right here. This and doing improv, like those are the two things that have kept me together. Like 2022.
Oh, you do improv?
Yeah, Mondays. I love it. It's so much fun. It gets me out of my character. Like it gets me out of myself, but then it gets me into myself, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Like, like those people there at the overtime are dope.
So is it like comedy and stuff, or does it get all like dramatic?
No, it's real comedic. Like,
Okay.
it's just like workshops.
Okay.
Like,
Dope.
they just give you different prompts, and there's like 30 people that go. So there's people, like, they're all strangers to me. They don't know me. You know what I mean? I really don't talk about myself to them. You know what I mean? I just go there and I do the job and leave.
You do your damage and bounce out.
Well, I mean, like, I feel out of place, one, because, like, I'll tell people, hey, my name's Lewis. But they're always all, hey, what's up, Luis? And I'm just like,
Like, now you feel
Hi.
my pain. Hey, Athanur.
yeah, I was going to bring that up earlier.
Athanur. Say it with me. Athanur.
Oh shit, that's hilarious.
Because I know I look like a Luis, but I promise I'm not.
I look like a Louis.
I do, especially being all tatted up. I swear, I put myself in a little corner with doing that. Like,
I love it, man. That shit is hilarious.
Yeah, it's good. You got to have those other, side gigs or those passions and the things that keep you alive.
yeah, definitely. Like, another passion I have is taking pictures. Fuck, I hate it because people all the time are like, "How come you don't do photo shoots full time?" And it's just like, I don't want to thin myself out. Like, this is what I do because I love it. I don't want to do it and end up hating it because I got to rely on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
fuck that.
It's
Yeah, I
true.
feel
I'd rather work at the mall and be miserable there than fucking end up hating my passion.
Do you do like photo shoots, like stuff like weddings and that kind of
Yeah, what do you
Okay.
like to shoot?
If I do a wedding, it's only my homies, and
Okay.
it's the wedding gift. And what I'll do is I'll do instant photography, and I'll give them a book at the end of the night with all the photos in it. I have everybody sign them and shit.
So like Polaroid stuff?
Yeah, kind of. It's Fuji Instax. That's what I like
okay.
using.
You like the Instax?
Yeah.
I got one of those cameras. I want the good camera, the one that has like you can do the double exposure and that.
Oh, the square.
Yeah.
Yeah. That square is dope, bro.
Yeah. But
They came out with Taylor Swift film, right? So I have like books. I have 3 books out. Instacrack 1, 2, and 3. Instacrack 3, I have a bunch of like my rapper homies doing gangster shit on Taylor Swift film. And no one realizes it. I love it.
Wait, so these are
awesome.
books that you've published?
I made 125 of each. I have like maybe 4 left. I stashed them all at my mom's because like I always end up giving them out.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like I can't do that anymore.
I know, man. Alicia gets mad at me because I'll do that same thing where I'll like put a sticker order in. I'll get a bunch of stickers and I just hand them out. And she's like, "Why don't you make sticker packs? Because people want to buy them, you know? But you just hand them out to all your homies and like people in your circle. You're not even like handing them out to like people that aren't your friends."
Yeah, or like your online community.
See, I'm horrible when it comes to showing and stuff like that. I'm the worst. Like if you talk to me about like what I shot, I'm gonna be like, "Well, I did that because it's gang graffiti and they didn't touch the Virgen de Guadalupe," and they give me weird looks. So I know next time I show, I'm gonna get someone to do the talking for me. I'm gonna get a cute girl to do the talking for me.
That's dope.
Because I can't do it. Like I'll be honest, and like people don't want honesty. They want a fucking cliche story,
right?
you know?
Yeah,
like
they want theatrics.
yeah, and it's like I'm not gonna give you that. You don't want to hear I was gacked up at like fucking 3 a.m. taking pictures in the courts. Like you don't want to hear that shit.
Right.
There's certain things you don't need to know either. That you shouldn't know.
Yeah.
You can't reveal all your secrets.
Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have talked about that one
Oh,
toe on my
no.
foot.
Dang it. Maybe you can edit it out. I don't know.
Hey, no one listens.
Oh, shit.
I'm sure they have a toe thing too.
I don't know. She's gonna get her fans to listen to this because she's gonna be like, "I'm gonna reveal why I got into foot modeling as like a clickbait
Yeah,
thing."
clickbait.
And they're all gonna listen
Shock
to this.
value. What? You talked about feet on a podcast? Well, because when I did shout you out, everyone was like, "What was said? What was said?" And they're just like losing their minds, you know. And then we talked about coming on here, so I was like, "All right, we're gonna hit them with it."
Yo, I was super stoked when you like hit me up like, "Yo, I want to do that." Like I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" Like I get to kick it with Dmise for a little bit longer too.
Hell yeah, that's what's up, man.
Thank you so much for having us. It's an honor to be here.
So you're musically inclined, right?
Yeah, man.
Weren't you in a band?
I've been in 3 bands.
Ooh, what kind of music?
Well, the first band was a hardcore band called 13 Fatal Strikes.
Hey, shout out Ken 2012.
Yeah, man. Like, that was a really fun time. That was back in my straight edge days.
Hey, I've been there too, man.
Like, I was like really hardcore into straight edge. No drinking, no drugs,
You've changed.
no promiscuous sex, all that weird shit, right? But you know what I've noticed back then? When I was straight edge, I was so fucking angry all the time. All the time. I took things way too seriously and was just like, you know, I would joke around and I would have fun and, you know, talk my shit. But yeah, I was just like angry all the time. And I think because, you know, music was the outlet, but the shows weren't all the time. And my anger was, so I'd go to shows and I would always be in the pit. And it's one of those, you know, you don't push in the pit. You're fucking swinging your arms and throwing roundhouse kicks. And like, yeah, I just came up on that, and I love that shit. And then the next band was like a noisecore band that happened like maybe 4 or 5 years after 13 Fatal Strikes.
Was that here in San Antonio as well?
No, that was actually in the Valley.
Oh, okay.
When I lived down in Harlingen. And that was a band called The Ones You Call Good Looking.
Well, hold up. The ones you call good looking?
The Ones You Call Good Looking.
Oh, damn. Okay, get it.
Dude, it was like one of the best intros for people that had never seen us before. You know, we'd go up on stage and we didn't look like metalheads or anything like that. You know, we were all clean cut, like, you know, just whatever. Go up on stage and just like grab the mic and look at the crowd. Cause I was doing vocals the whole time on all the bands that I've been in. I don't really know how to play any instruments like seriously, but vocals I get really serious about. And so in The Ones You Call Good Looking, yeah, that was a really fun thing to do. Just be like, "What's up, everybody? We're the ones you call good looking," you know. Like, and then just like come in and be like a 1, a 2, dun, 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 rah, 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 rah. Yeah, it was fun.
Hell yeah.
It was a lot of fun. And then the last band that I was in, which was just recently, before the pandemic, was
So a few years ago.
Yeah, a few years ago.
Because all this other stuff was like years ago. Like
years
a past
ago.
life almost.
It really was. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, I had been living in California for, I don't know, like almost 10 years, but I hadn't done vocals in like maybe 12 years or something like that. And I was like, man, like it'd be fun to do this again. And I remember going to a metal show and just thinking, fuck, man, like there's no bands that like really get down though. Like I miss that shit where it's just like you can't help but move, when you hear the music, you're just like, oh fuck, I just want to jump around or like punch somebody or do something crazy, right? Like you're just like you had this energy inside you that you're like, it's got to release because they're releasing it on stage. The band's just coming with it, all headbanging together, fucking swinging their guitars. So like I wasn't seeing that there. And then I answered this Craigslist ad when I saw like somebody was looking for a band that was like that too, but they were looking for a vocalist. They were already established. And dude, I was like, yeah, let me go try it out. And I was older than most of the dudes. But we all vibed really well. And that first practice session, man, they're like, hey, you want to just get on the mic and just scream or like growl or yell or whatever, do whatever to our music and just see, what if you vibe with it. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, dude, let's do it. I was like, I was already ready, dude. It'd been like so long, like 12 years. I was just like itching for it. I'm like, man, like I just want to just get on the mic again, just get nasty with it. And that's what it was. Like
Sick.
That practice was like so fun. The guys I remember when I first got on the mic and started screaming, everybody's like, I'm looking at the reaction, they're looking at each other like, what the fuck, dude? Hell yeah. Just jamming along.
So did y'all become a band?
Yeah, so that was Cross
y'all
Oceans.
Cross Oceans?
Cross Oceans.
Sick.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all those guys.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, I miss those guys too. Like we had a really good thing. You can look up all our music on like Spotify and YouTube and stuff.
So it's up like that?
They released an album.
Yeah,
like it was insane. It was like they were like, oh, he told me I answered a Craigslist ad, and I'm like, that sounds sketchy as fuck.
Yeah,
okay,
you're right. Yeah,
right. Go on. But it was like they were an instant alignment with each other, and it was like you guys had songs, like you just instantly started writing songs, and it just all came together so fast.
Yeah, it was badass. They were already in the process of recording an album, and when I came in, they were just like hoping to find a vocalist that was as good as their last vocalist, if not better. They just wanted somebody to be able to fill in his shoes, because he was dope too. Like he killed it with what he does on vocals as well. So I was like, oh shit, like fuck it, I'm just gonna give it me though, and just do how I do it and just have fun with it.
Sick.
And we all vibe because we all like to have fun. We all like to party. Like we're all just like on stage in sync. Everybody's headbanging together in sync. Like it just looks dope too,
You guys are crazy.
Yeah, the music was really good and really fun, but then unfortunately we just kind of broke up. Not really. Like I feel like we're just on a hiatus. Like we could always come together. There's no bad blood. It's all love.
Hey, that's dope. That's always a good way to end things.
Yeah. But one of our guitarists went out to the Philippines and during the pandemic, and then got stuck out there because they weren't letting people back into the country.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
And
during the whole lockdown, it was like they left and we're like, don't leave, don't do it. And they're like, no, it's cool. And then they got trapped there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So crazy.
He ended up making a life for himself, and so then
out in the Philippines.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Like everything's super cheap down there, and so it was just you could ball out, like, and, you know, have like the nicest apartment overlooking the ocean, and the ocean just looks clear and pristine. I mean, they're on an island, you know, it looks dope from like all the pictures and videos I've seen. I'm like, fuck, dude, that's paradise. And over here in the United States, it was all lockdown crazy, like super like scare tactics all over the place, to where like I'm all like looking at people like, you might kill me just from coughing on me, like, you know, it's like freaking the fuck out. And so like he was just like seeing all that from afar and was like, oh, dude, I'm good out here, man.
So
like
they were just chilling in the Philippines?
Yeah, dude. So like
It wasn't on lockdown like that?
No, they were on lockdown as well. And so at first they were like, we're stuck. We have to figure it out. And they just started like flipping stuff. And then like it was like they got some chickens and then, you know, sold some chicken and to restaurants, I think. Or
yeah, it was like farm to table stuff. Like they were doing really cool.
So they were stuck there and they really had to like get through it, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they had to figure out how to survive, and they like just got an apartment. At first they were just renting, and
they're still out there.
Vacation, and then
yeah. My boy Jake is still out there.
That's what's up.
He owns a fucking bar and like restaurant. You know, just a club. Like he owns a spot.
Yeah,
like he's having a good life. You know.
Wow.
Like we need to get out there and see what's up.
And then all the other boys, they're still doing their thing. You know, out in California, and like you know, it's just the chemistry. I feel like if it's not Jake and the band, then it would just be, we haven't tried it out. We don't know if somebody else can like fulfill his, you know, spot and like that chemistry, you know. It was just, that's what made us, you know, us when we all formed like Voltron. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was tripping when my homie told me that, yeah, like he used to be the lead singer in my band, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I go real back with Kenny. Like, we went to high school together.
That's dope.
That's so awesome.
Like, we grew up together. Like, we did a lot of dumb shit when I was younger. I remember one time, this squirrel had died, and I just picked it up with a shovel. We put it in a plastic bag, and we just put it on Kenny's porch. And I remember Kenny walked out, and he was all, ah, poor dude. And then we just went and did whatever we were going to go do.
That sounds like him for sure, man. Damn.
Oh my god.
That was hilarious. Yeah, man.
You guys get rowdy. It gets rowdy.
And that was like 16-year-old Lew.
Yeah, what a trip, dude. Yeah, I haven't talked to any of the guys from the previous bands in years.
It feels like another life, right?
Yeah, that's like another life for sure. Because, like I said, I was really angry at that time, so I felt like I lost a lot of friendships from my attitude. It was like really shitty. Like if one of my friends wasn't straight edge, I would totally judge him like, oh, you're whack for like.
Well, that's
you know what I mean?
that's what they
dumb.
like. That's what they impounded in your brain when you're straight edge. They,
Yeah, exactly.
They pump that into you. Believe
Dude,
me, I know. I'm in the same boat as you, bro. I was the same way for a while.
Yeah, man. It's like one of those things where I'm like, fuck, like I feel bad. I wish I could reconnect with everybody and just be like, yo, you know, it's all love, man. Like, cause it really helped shape who I was and who I am. And, you know, like my experiences in life, it's like they've taught me a lot of things and taught me how to move. And I wouldn't change that for the world, you know?
Hell nah.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. Like, because I look back at some of this dumb shit I've done and I'm like, I guess I'm happy it happened, you know? Like, you can't be mad about it. If you're mad about it, ain't nothing gonna be, you're just gonna get a stomach ache.
Yeah, right.
So, like, you just gotta accept it and smile, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
On that note, cheers.
Cheers,
Yeah,
man.
This is the perfect moment. Right?
Thanks for coming on tonight, y'all.
Thank you.
yeah.
So
Here's
much
another
for
one if you
having
want.
us. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having
Yeah,
us again.
it's so great to be here because we live in Northern Cali, and so but we've been here in San Antonio for 3.5 months.
And now
Yeah,
we're-
y'all been here for a minute.
Yeah, and we're just about to leave, so it's really great to be able to come do this with you before we go.
It's like a closing out of the trip.
So what? When it's back to Cali, it's just back to life.
Yeah, back to studio living, painting all the time, and I mean it's just a different location. I feel like because I'm doing that same thing here.
Different place,
you know?
same shit.
Like I just spent like the past couple weeks working on 6 empty spray cans. It seems like I was doing these empty spray can pieces for my family for like Christmas gifts, and I was over ambitious and bit off way more than I could chew. So I didn't give them to them till after Christmas. It was like fashionably late, and yeah, that's why I haven't posted anything, any art recently, because that's what I've been doing, all top secret. Like, fuck, like, can't wait. I can't show these to the world yet, because they follow me. They'll be like, mijo, I need one of those. I'm like, that one is for you. Like,
I thought you were gonna paint one for me.
Yeah, but
for Christmas.
I went ham on those cans, dude. They're highly detailed. I'll post pictures soon.
I don't know. I want to see those now.
You can never keep it simple, ever. You're always be like, I'm just going to do these simple cans and just real quick.
Yeah.
Not possible.
No. But, it's the love that I have for it. The love that, I have for the people that I'm gifting it to. Just a lot of, because I appreciate everybody that has showed love on this trip and has supported or helped me in any kind of way, and like you putting us on this podcast, and
yeah, man,
getting us out there,
bro. This is just fucking cool. Just to kick it with you,
hell yeah, likewise.
I didn't grow up seeing your graffiti, but I saw a lot of your stuff.
Yeah,
and like, dude, like earlier I was telling you, a bunch of people were hitting me up. A lot of the younger dudes, they were just like, "Yo, that dude's like he's a graph legend, blah, 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 blah." And it's just like, no, he's a cool dude, bro. He's a cool dude before he's that. Just know that.
I appreciate that, man. I feel the same way about you too, man. Like, fuck yeah, dude. Thank you. But yeah, man. It feels. I'm like extremely like grateful for everybody that has showed love and support on this trip. Because we first got out here, we were like in a like stressful situation, and I mean life is always gonna be stressful, no matter what. Like there's always, you just gotta like be able to face it, right? But yeah, it was like one of those things where like how are we gonna even like be in San Antonio right now? And then family was like, here you go, like we're gonna help you, like my dad, you have a place to stay. And I also have an extra car that you can drive around. That's what I'm driving right now. And like the whole time, just like little favors here and there, and like a lot of people reaching out, just be like, "Oh no, save your money. Like I got you. Like here, like can do this because I know you, this or that." So
hell yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, it's been awesome, man. And so when it comes to like those family members that have done the most, I'm like, all right, I got to do the most for them on these empty spray cans that I bought here in San Antonio.
What are they, like Montana cans?
Yeah, like spent cans from the walls that I've painted here. So it's like it means something,
Full circle.
Is that what you prefer to paint with?
Honestly, I don't really have like a extreme preference on spray paint, because I really enjoy painting with anything I can get my hands on, even if it's painter's touch. I'm like, all right, that's cool, like I'll fuck with that. But when I'm doing like really like detailed stuff, or photorealism, like I like to use like Montana Gold. That gold line is just like that low pressure, and it's smooth, it's butter. But other than that, if it's piecing, man, I'll just anything works. Sometimes I'll fill in with bucket paint and then just do highlights with whatever colors I have.
Hell yeah, I love seeing people do that.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It saves on paint. I feel like, I don't know, I could do like 3 bucket piece fills with a gallon of paint or something. I don't know. I feel like I gotta be like kind of just like efficient. I don't know.
Resourceful.
Resourceful.
There you go.
Resilient.
Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
the word.
Well, because when we came out here, it was last minute because there was a death in the family, and so we just pretty much left town with nothing. And he had no paint when we got here, and we're like, what? How did we not at least make sure that, you know, Dmise has some paint to work with? So just had to start buying everything from scratch. And, you know, when he'd do acrylics and spray paint and canvases and markers and all the different things.
So do you have a bunch of supplies here now?
Slowly building.
I mean, my best friend's Exhaust from Chicago.
Hell yeah.
He has a stash of paint in my back room.
Nice.
He
Nice.
has like 5 crates back there. And
That's
every
how
time
it
he comes
is,
into town, he's just like, yo, I need to hit the room.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right, I'll be off work in a couple hours. Like, give me a break.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we're
what's up.
definitely going to be leaving some totes of spray paint.
Yeah, we already talked about. I was like, I'm gonna have to leave some paint behind. Yeah, I mean, obviously I can't.
Yeah, you can't.
I can't fly with it.
You can't take any of that on the
And
plane, right?
Some
You can't take any of it.
paintings behind. Like, it's not just paint that's getting left behind because he painted. How many pieces did you do since you've been here?
I've painted over 40 pieces.
Good Lord, I remember you had that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's painted over 40. He did 2 shows, 2 gallery showings.
At the same spot.
Yeah, at the same spot.
So this past Saturday.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
yeah.
past Saturday was a shared show, but he did over 43 pieces, and then he also did 4 murals as well in 3.5 months.
Yeah, it's
So you came out here on you didn't expect to stay this long, but that's cool that you were like efficient during it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was just, you know, that's the thing. When art is your full-time job, it's kind of like, if you're feeling the inspiration and motivation, just do it. Like, if you're gonna, I should paint right now. Like, if you're thinking about it, just do it. You know, if you're feeling creative, you're feeling those urges, you should just fulfill them and just enjoy yourself in the process. Like, because that to me is like, that's the reason I create art, is to like help with like keeping me sane and comfortable, you know, and just to feel good in that very moment of like drawing, just zoning out, listening to dope music, or painting. It's the same difference. It's just that feeling, whether it's like a wall or like a canvas. It's like that same feeling that I'm tapping into.
Yeah.
What do you prefer to do?
Honestly, I really miss painting walls, like, cause I've been living out in Eureka, California, which is it's a really beautiful city. It's a coastal city. There's not that many people, like 30,000 people or something like that, and it's like really like laid back and kind of conservative, but kind of liberal. I don't know how to really describe it, but
They definitely don't really have like a graffiti scene that's anything like.
It doesn't. It seems real like a bunch of pine trees.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
redwoods
the lumber industry. So there's just a lot of conservative people that are only beginning to open their minds to the concept of having murals painted. Like, they would rather look at a rusty truck or a rusty building that's all old and like nasty.
They're like,
and
that's an
they're
antique.
like, no, it looks beautiful.
You know,
Don't change a thing.
like they like they're open to art with spray paint, but they're not they don't like letters. You know, that's graffiti. You know,
But yeah, it represents gangs.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. It's like a threat to what they have. But man, like, there is like a little graffiti scene there. You know, there's definitely homies that paint out there, and shout out to all of them in Humboldt. Like, there's people that paint and do their thing, and I respect it and I love it because I'm part of that community. You know, we paint walls together. We enjoy ourselves, but it's
there's like one
wall that we could paint, like one legal wall.
It's a very long wall. It's like, I don't know, 3 blocks or 5 blocks of just a solid wall. It's like a upholding.
Oh, so it's a big ass wall.
Yeah,
then.
so
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
a
massive
huge,
wall.
huge
so
wall.
it's kind of cool. It's by the waterfront in
Yeah, it's
Eureka.
dope. Like you turn around and sailboats are passing by. You know, it's
Yeah,
pretty
it's on the
beautiful.
bay.
It's epic. It's beautiful. But
Dude,
yeah.
I love the West Coast like that.
Oh, dude, it's
I grew up in Oregon, in the boring side, closer to Boise, Idaho, than the ocean. But when we would go out there, like, I just remember the drive. It was just like nothing, then big trees, then waterfall, then ocean.
yeah. Yeah.
It's so true. I've done that drive too. It's like, yeah, the West Coast is amazing, and we have the big giant redwood trees too. They're just massive.
I can't even imagine how big those are.
There's
Man,
ones
they're
you can
huge.
drive cars through.
Wow.
It's like,
Oh yeah, they've got that drive-through tree. Like, but that's in Mendocino, right?
There's different like things you can go do where you can like climb up to the top of it, and they have like a staircase and these kind of shimmying bridges that you can walk across from tree to tree.
Oh man.
We recently went to that, and one of my friends made us go, and I guess I kind of forgot that he has a thing with heights.
Man, that's embarrassing as fuck. But I don't care. I'll talk about it. I have a huge fear of heights, man.
We're gonna talk about my feet. We're gonna talk about this, all right? No.
Damn. Yeah, dude, we were up on these suspended bridges that are across the tree trunks. Like, I don't know, like maybe.
Hey, but you got through it?
I got through it. Yeah.
Hell yeah, bruh.
No, he ran through it. Is what he meant to
I was like,
say.
I had my eyes closed. I'm running
Like
down
me and
these
my
bridges.
friends climb up. We're all like, "Oh, it's so beautiful," and then we're like, "Where's Dmise?" Like, and you just see him just booking it.
I
And
was
these
like, let me
bridges
get
are
off of this.
wobbly too, and you just see him like
Hell yeah.
No, there's this place called
crawling across it.
Trees of Mystery.
Uh-huh.
The big old Paul Bunyan statue outside of it and shit, and like it's a really cool place, but they have this whole maze that you have to go through, or like a walk to get to the very end, and then the very end takes you up on this like sky lift or through the
sky lift.
through the trees, and then comes back down and drops you off, or like you go to the front exit or whatever. And I was like, all right, I see this map. I see everything that's happening, and I'm like, ooh, I'm definitely not gonna like that, but maybe I could detour, like walking across like this tree bridge that I'm seeing here. It's all like giving its statistics over 85 feet in the air. Like, and I'm like, no, bro, like I don't want to see that shit. Like, no way down, but up. Like, wait, what? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's
Hitting
the
me with
only
these
route
riddles.
you can go. We get to the sky lift, and he was like, "Nope, I'm not going." And it's like, you have to go on this chairlift ride.
Oh, like after the bridge shit. After
Sorry,
the bridge
I skipped
shit.
ahead. I skipped ahead there. We're still back in the bridge.
Then we go to the sky lift, and I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, just seeing this little car that's like suspended on these cables. I'm like, what if those bitches snap? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I could trust that. You're just like way up there, and there's all these trees around. But when I was in there, I was like, you know, I think the thing that like was really bugging me out about that is because I got claustrophobia issues too. It's like all these things combined. It's like I'm in this little buggy car with like that fits like 4 people,
Yeah,
and
it's
we're
like
going up,
2
and then like I'm like, oh, all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I can't breathe. Am I the only one that's not being able to breathe right now? I can't really breathe. And then I've seen the tops of trees. I'm like, oh shit, we're getting up high. We're getting up high. We're getting up high.
Why is it stopping? Why?
Oh
Why
yeah,
is
and then it
stopping?
stopped. The motherfucker stopped like at the top, and it was stopped for like ever too. I was just like, no.
Can I jump out? No.
I was like, there's no way I would even want to open the door. I was like,
It clearly says "Do not open door"
Yeah.
on it.
But yeah, man, I have a thing for heights, man. I fucking hate.
Hey,
that.
no, that's cool. You got you. It seems like you got through it.
Yeah, I got through it. You know, like that's the thing that sucks about it is like there's times where like I kind of like I have no choice. But if somebody's like, hey, bro, like let's get up on that rooftop, I'm like, nah, I'm good. like homie John Ams.
Climbing.
Oh, you didn't go on the roof of the roof of the spot?
No, he showed her. He was like, "Come on."
It's dope up there, right? It's dope up there.
Get up there.
He's like, "Come on, Dmise," and I was like,
"We're like,
dude.
There's birds everywhere." Like trying to lure him in.
He's
There's
all, "Fuck the birds."
And then they're like, "You can see the trains from here," and I'm like, "Fuck the trains." Like,
We're just like all these luring points. There's weed.
bro, my hands were like faucets. They were just dripping wet.
Hey, no, I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of hard to get up that ladder at first.
Yeah, I was like, nah,
it took me a second. I saw Ams do it, and I was
make
just
sense because you paint murals on a ladder. It's like how
Yeah,
is
but
that?
that's-
how do you do on ladders?
He's
for the most part, like I'm okay. I've fallen off ladders before, and it sucks. It's embarrassing when it's in front of motherfuckers too, because that shit, everybody looks at you like, "Oh, it's the vato. You okay, bro?"
Didn't you get electrocuted on a ladder before?
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
What
I got
the
electrocuted. Oh my god. Dude.
Where?
Okay, so I was painting a mural in Harlingen, in the valley, and it was the back of this antique shop, and it was like 2.5 stories tall. And so to get to the top, I was painting this like Oaxacan dragon, like the little figures that they sell out there. So I was painting a dragon, my rendition of one. So to get to the top of the dragon, I had to use this 15-foot extension ladder or something like that. And I'm up on the top of that ladder. Back up, the guy that hired me to paint that mural said, "Hey, I'm going to paint the background for you so that way you can just have a clean slate and just start painting with spray paint, doing your mural. So let me know what your background color is and I'll paint it," which was like a hot pink. So he painted that. And then when he did it, I was looking up there and I was like, man, he left like this little spot open, like this spot around these wires for some reason. But I feel like you could spray paint, because I've spray painted over wires before, on walls, and didn't think anything of it. Crazy. But bro, I'm up there at the top of this fucking ladder, at the very top, and I'm spraying this shit, and I'm not even close to the wires. That was the trippy thing. I was on the perimeter of the wires, just trying to fill it in and being like, oh, don't. Because it was connected to a telephone pole and everything, or a electricity pole. It was right there, And I was like, yeah, all right, I'm good. And fuck, dude, I filled it in maybe halfway, and then I guess the electricity current went into the spray molecules of the can, and then I just started getting electrocuted. And it was the weirdest fucking thing, because I wasn't touching anything. I was just spraying, and I'm just getting shocked, and I've never felt this sensation before, but it was just pulsing from head to toe, feeling like my whole body was numb, but I was moving. I had no control over it.
And you stayed on the ladder? You didn't fall?
No, I stayed on the ladder. Oh my God,
thank God.
Yeah, thank God.
Oh, you had some angels watching over you.
Yeah.
So how long did that last?
It was probably maybe 15 seconds.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was and I remember I was it took me a while to notice what was happening. I was just wait, what the fuck? I'm oh shit, I'm getting electrocuted. And I just, the only thing I could do was go, and then I dropped the can when I did that.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah, while I was screaming, it was I stopped spraying, so it stopped conducting electricity, and it made the can fall out. But I was able to regain composure and grab myself on the ladder and then let myself down. But I was I had just I didn't know what else to do. I was oh my God, call for help. And it was the highest pitch,
I'm sorry for laughing. Fuck.
No, but dude,
the way you describe it's so fucking funny, bro.
It's the fucking truth. That's what's crazy about it. Is I remember that shit. I remember coming down the ladder, and I was shaking on the verge of tears, because I never felt that before. I'm
what did it feel like?
Dude, it felt scary as fuck. It was my whole body was numb, but somebody had control of it, shaking it, and they're giving it to me, not like that, but yeah, I guess like that fucking me up, man. Like it was fucking me up.
Slamming you.
Fuck.
Dude,
well,
it
I'm
was
glad
scary.
you survived it.
Me
Seriously.
too. Me too. It was the scariest fucking shit though. Like I remember just like being like, man, how the fuck like,
So were you done after that for the day?
Yeah, because the landlord or the building owner that painted that background for me, he's a really cool ass dude named Bill DeBrook in Harlingen. He would hire me to do these businesses, and he's like, dude, or he comes over, cool ass old dude, just like, you all right, Chris? Like, because I'm like standing across, looking at the mural, looking at that spot, and like kind of shivering, like,
Oh my god!
fuck! Like I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like just trying to regain myself, and he's like, you all right, Chris? You look red and flustered, like, and I was like, I just got electrocuted really bad. And he goes, son of a bitch, Chris, that's why I left that spot there. Yeah. He was like, man, that's why that spot was bare concrete. Like, I just left that there. I didn't want to get electrocuted.
Wow.
And he goes, if somebody notices that blank spot on the wall, then that means you didn't do a good enough mural on the dragon that they're noticing that. And I was like,
Facts.
all right, cheers.
It's a challenge.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I ended up going back to that wall like the next day and painting, just staying clear the fuck away from the wires. All wires. I was like, no. And until this day, I'm like, when I'm painting something, even if it's like a telephone wire, I'm like, nah.
Oh hell no! You already learned.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, bro.
It's a hazardous industry to be in.
But I really did scream like that, though.
I'm pretty sure, man.
Man.
I'm sitting here trying to think if I ever been electrocuted, and I don't think I can think of a time where like I actually made any sounds or anything.
Yeah, because I've been electrocuted where you like accidentally like plug something in the wrong thing or something. It's like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
damn, this has got bad electricity here in this building. But
Yeah, but that's like a live wire.
Yeah,
That's,
Yeah.
that's different.
That doesn't sound like a good time.
Yeah,
No.
just you're like,
Dude.
"Oh."
It was crazy. Like just the pulsing from head to toe. Like my whole body was just like pulsing, like boom, boom.
So no superpowers after?
No, I wish.
I
No.
mean, it's up to you to decide. As a listener. Does he have superpowers since then?
This is like my index finger never gets tired, so I can just
Oh
spray
my
paint
God.
all the time.
I don't even get a callus.
Yeah.
Just pretty hands. Yeah,
Would-
just you talking. Oh, go.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, you talking about that makes me think of like how we're going back into a huge storm and like earthquake mess in California.
Is that what's going on out there right now?
Yes.
So it's not just
yes.
like the cyclones, it's
It's a
earthquakes
bomb.
at the same time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
there's-
just had a bad earthquake there that rattled it up and damaged property even. And so, of course, we have vaulted ceilings in Dmise's studio. So, and all of his paintings are hanging up on the walls.
So you're
So
probably
we're
going to have to go back
stressed.
and like rehang everything up, huh?
Yeah, rehang stuff. Hopefully, like
Hope it's
not anything worse than that.
Hopefully
Yeah.
they didn't get broken. Yeah.
Yeah, there's because I paint a
Stressful.
lot on canvas, so
Uh-huh.
I mean, there's that possibility of something falling face down on furniture, and then kind of denting the canvas or like
Yeah, yeah,
piercing
yeah.
it,
Or breaking the wood.
or breaking the
too,
wood, the
like,
frame.
Just breaking the frame of it.
But
Dude.
I'm really hopeful. I got this really dope ass Supa drawing that's framed in glass. So I'm like,
I know.
man, that
I'm
one-
so worried about that one.
but the drawing will be protected. It's just I got to replace the glass. But
Did you see what he did under like by squeezers? Like 37 The Pillars. Did you see any of those
yeah,
pillars? That
yeah.
shit's so dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this shit's fucking awesome, man. Yeah, shout out to James Supa. Yeah, that's my homie, man. He fucking cracks me up.
That's what's up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're going at 1:14.
Damn.
Yeah, right. It flew by.
It did fly by.
It really
There was
did.
a lot to talk about, though. You know, there's a lot of crazy things.
Yeah. We have a lot of passions and hobbies.
That's good. That's great. I mean, like, if you don't have passion and hobbies, what are you doing? Just slaving to your 8 to fucking 5? Like, just thinking about that makes me sick.
Yeah.
Thinking about going to work tomorrow kind of makes me sick.
But it's like you were saying earlier too, just about like how when you do your passion as a business, it can be stressful because you have to wear all these different hats. It's not just the creative hat. You can't just only get lost in the creative zone. You have to put on your manager hat and put on your social relations hat. And it's like building your art business is like a raging river, and you just have to go wherever it flows and try not to, get lost.
Well said.
Very true.
Well, Alicia has an album coming out later this year. How often are you releasing these singles?
I'll be releasing music every 4 to 6 weeks, and there's also music videos that are associated with it too. So yeah. And I have this amazing cameraman known as Dmise.
Oh, you're shooting everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm her photographer
Yep.
and videographer.
Oh, so you took all the pictures for the album and stuff like
Yep.
that too?
Yeah.
Yep. All of the
They look
pictures
good.
that are
Thanks,
on my
man.
social media page are pictures he took.
That's
I
dope
can't-
to know.
I can't take those.
That's
Yeah.
cool to
pictures.
know.
Yeah. He's my photographer.
Yeah, that's what makes what we do so much, fun, because we're creating it together.
That's dope.
And she's like, "Oh, babe, I need or she'll have an idea, like, I want to wear this outfit, but I don't know where to be, and then I'll think of a place to be. And sometimes I'll be like, man, this pose you might not think is gonna be dope, but just try this. And then she's like, "No, I don't want. That sounds stupid as fuck." I'm like, "Please, come on, like."
What?
And then I'll take the picture. She'll do the pose. I'll take the picture, and then she's like, "Fuck, that shit's fire."
Hell yeah.
So it's cool. I'm thankful that she trusts me and my vision and all that stuff. But yeah, that's what we do together.
That's fucking beautiful. Real talk. Like,
Hell yeah,
That's
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Like,
Thanks.
that's cool.
Yeah, it's like we were just doing it for fun at first, because when we first got together, he was like, I want to get a really nice camera and take pictures. And do you want to model? And it's like, oh, well, I might be interested in doing that. I've always wanted to. I can't really take selfies worth a damn. So my content changed a lot since we've been together.
Yeah, she didn't model before me, so like, I mean, you might
We
have
just
done
started
like
experimenting and then posting stuff, and then it just has turned into, I guess, a career, or like a job for us.
Like I said earlier, that's beautiful. Like, that's awesome seeing y'all thrive like that. Like, that's cool as hell. Like, I have no words to express that, but that's cool as fuck. Like,
oh yeah,
It's
Thank you.
crazy. It trips me out too sometimes, because before we got together, we were both working like jobs where we were working for people, like, and kind of being the grunt worker that does whatever the boss wants you to, type of thing. And like, it's been a slow transition out of that to just try to like turn your passion or something that you love and be able to share it in a way that can enhance other people's lives.
Yeah, it's dope. It really is. It's kind of like when you're painting, something that's like beautiful and meaningful to somebody, when it was just like somebody that wrote "smoke crack worship Satan" on the wall before, and it's just because if you look at people's Instagram feeds, like, there's some dope shit, then there's some whack shit, there's some dope shit, there's some like, whoa, I didn't know this was going on in the news, what the hell, and then all of a sudden, like, there's some like fun, beautiful colors or beautiful toes.
Got some feet in your face all of a sudden, like, hey, I didn't sign up for
You're
this.
like, oh shit, now there's feet in my face.
I know. I always feel bad for the people that follow me that aren't into feet. Like, I'm so sorry.
Can I play Whimsy real quick?
Yes,
Whimsy
please
1.
do. Whimsy 1.
All right. I gotta pee so fucking bad.
Going off tonight. We're all blasted open. This is Athanur right up in here. We got Whimsy 1 on the track. Oh, wait.
Oh, that's all good.
Some feet may have come out while that.
Damn, just quit playing. I told you I'm horrible with technology.
Oh, quit playing.
It did, didn't it?
Did
No, it's
it?
playing,
It's
still
playing. I hear it.
I can't hear shit.
Oh,
Did I mute? Oh, there we go. I muted. I think I muted myself. I'm the worst with technology.
Yeah.
it's a process, man. Yeah.
Dude.
Salud.
Salud.
I appreciate y'all being here tonight.
Hell yeah.
We
Likewise,
appreciate
man.
you so
Thank
much.
you for having us.
Yes. So great to be here.
Dog, that is so dope knowing you take all those pictures. 'Cause those are dope flicks, bro.
Thank you.
You got a good eye.
I appreciate that,
It
man.
really does. I would not be able to do that without him. It's like I'm kind of a dork, honestly. Like there's just no way.
Yeah, I've been in the photography all my life, and it's been, yeah, I think it started when I was going to lowrider car shows and taking pictures of the cars
Sick.
when I was like 14, and I was just using a disposable camera, and I remember one of my uncles was like,
One of these?
"Yo, exactly, got that shit tattooed, hell yeah, man!" Like, that definitely came up off those.
Right? Same, bro.
Yeah, man. Like those are the shit. Like I took so many pictures just from those cameras, and like the lowrider car show, I had like 3 of them with me.
Oh shit.
Because I was like, oh no, I'm gonna take some pictures.
Hell yeah. And back in the day, that's 75 shots.
Yeah, exactly,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah, man.
And you know, I would have to save it. I'm like, I gotta save this for like the best car, or like I gotta save this for the right car, you know. And ones that were I was like, fuck, this shit's like super clean. Like I gotta get a picture of this. But beside that, I remember showing some of the pictures to my uncle, and he was like, Mio, you got a good eye. Like, you know that, right? I'm like, well, what do you mean? Like, cause I like a car that you like too. He's like, no, just how you positioned it in the frame of the picture. And I was just like, oh yeah, that's how they do it in the magazines, or whatever. Like, just like emulating the shit that I would see on the magazines.
Yeah, just like, trying to emulate what you see. Yeah.
It's like, fuck, it's.
I love that. That's like the most honest answer ever. Like,
yeah, dude, I was in the Lowrider magazine, for a minute before going to these shows. So, yeah, it was just one of those things where I just continued to get into photography. Like after my lowriding days, then I got really into graffiti, and I think they were like pretty much like they correlated with each other.
Yeah, they almost go hand in hand.
Yeah,
almost.
And because my first graffiti name was Mr. Loco 13.
Shut up! Damn!
Bring it back.
Loco with a K though, straight up Loko.
Fuck! You're Mr. Loco 13 to me now, bro. When you hear someone yelling that, like, just know it comes from a place of love.
Hell yeah, dude! I'll turn around real quick. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh shit! Yeah, man, that was like middle school days, like straight up. But
what part of the city you from?
Well, I grew up in Kirby mostly.
Okay.
So from age 8 until I graduated high school pretty much. Well, I didn't graduate. Shout out to the GED program. But I still went to college, all right? Don't judge me. But yeah, man, like Kirby was my main stomping grounds.
It's like Northeast.
Yeah, Northeast. Yeah. And it was cool, man. Like I dig it. But before that, I was living I started off like in Helotes with my grandparents because my parents were living there.
Shout out Helotes.
Yeah, man.
Shout out Cornyval.
Yeah, shout out Nana for helping me out. R.I.P. Like, yeah, that's the reason why we came out here.
Oh man, I'm sorry for your loss, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Like she was awesome. She was definitely like, someone that was really special. But yeah, man, like she helped raise me, and then my grandparents helped raise me on the west side, off of like Commerce and 36th.
So like right around here.
Yeah, not that far.
Yeah.
So I got to experience like all different areas of town, which is really fun.
So earlier, remember how I told you like how I don't like being called Luis?
Yeah.
All right. Well, like I can either be Lewis, who went to Taft, or I could be Luis, who lives on the west side.
You can't escape. There's no escaping this. Just surrender now.
Yeah, like people always will call Alicia, because the way she spells her name is like Alicia, but she comes from Middle Eastern background, not Hispanic or Latin background. So,
but my name is spelled like Alicia, so it's Alicia, but.
Yeah,
But then everyone just always thinks I'm Hispanic.
They'll talk to her in Spanish, and she's like,
sorry,
babe. And I'm all, no comprende. Like, like, what the fuck? Like, bro, what? Like, you can speak it, though. Like, nah, I can't really.
Muy poquito.
Yeah. But.
Yo, I just started learning Spanish the past, like, maybe 3 years, like, working at Ingram, like.
Oh, I bet.
Like, Sunday it turns into La Pulga, like, especially where I work, and, like, I don't know. The gente, like, I just, we got to make numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, shit, let me learn this so I can make my numbers. But I really wish I would have learned it earlier in the life so I could have had, like, a decent conversation with my grandma.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I feel that. That's my biggest regrets all tied to her. And it makes me upset. Like, I can't, like, you can't go back, but you can only go forward.
Right.
And it's the way we were raised. It's like I come from a multicultural family. So it's like my dad is from Palestine and immigrated to the U.S. from there. So there's a lot of, issues politically, government, whatever, wars and things that are going on there. So it was really frowned upon, especially for colonizing countries. They don't want people to speak the native languages. you know, of the people that they're colonizing and trying to control through war and the economics. So it's not our fault that we don't speak those languages. It was like we weren't taught them to protect us by our elders.
Yeah.
Wow. I never looked at it like that. I never heard that perspective. That's what's up.
Because there was a lot of persecution for that. Like if people could speak another language, it would sort of put them in a situation where they might not be safe from people, because there is a lot of racism and classism and things that go along with that. So it's like they wanted us to be able to blend in better and to not experience that, which the world is a lot different now. So it's easy for us to say, we got like shorted in our knowledge, but it was out of protection.
I get you. I'm a brush on this, like, when we get off this.
Yeah, that's in the
Because I'm not trying to put
another podcast.
Yeah. Like, it's. But no, that is one of my biggest regrets in life, not being able to talk to, like, my abuela like that. Like,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. And I loved it. She always knew how I felt uncomfortable when people call me Luis. So she would just straight up call me Tutu. So, like, it was just like, oh, okay, because I get it. Like,
Nice.
and another thing, oh my God. Okay. I have a step cousin, his name Brad. She would call him Pan. Because bread, Brad, you know, it's real close. So, like, man.
Wow.
I miss that lady. She was so gangster.
Damn. That's dope. That's dope, man.
So what y'all got going on when you get back home?
Back
to the
grind.
hustle?
Yeah, back to the hustle.
Yep, back to just working on art and music and just following our goals really for this year, to just continue to be like self-employed and doing art full time. And it's quite a task.
I bet.
Keeps us busy.
I bet.
Yeah, I'm gonna be focusing on just kind of like merchandising some of my previous work or paintings, you know, just like making them something that's like I guess like more obtainable, so that way I can keep like an original that I work really hard on, but I can, you know, sell a t-shirt of it or a print of it, you know, just different things like that.
Sick.
'Cause I don't
Good,
do that.
man.
I don't do
Good.
that
You
enough.
should. You should make that flower in the hats, bro. Make that new DST
I remember
file,
you were
bro.
talking about
Like
that. That would be sick. That would be sick.
That flower's pretty iconic, man. Like,
Thanks, man. Yeah, you know, John Ams, like Lil Elephant, he was just talking about, yeah, man, we got to get you those enamel pins, and that's the next on the list. You know, the skull flower.
dude, shout out, Ams.
I know.
I know.
Fucking love that's
I
the
know.
Elephant.
dude. Like,
Shout
yeah,
out.
that's my little bro. I got him tatted on me, like
Fuck
smoking
yeah.
a joint. Like,
Yeah,
like,
man.
that's
go follow Little Elephant.
Yeah, Little Elephant Prod, Little Elephant Productions. You know, like that dude, John Ams, man. Like, shout out to him, because
he's my sponsor.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, as
I
a
know.
message
So
from our sponsor.
Yeah.
And he helped us so much, especially just with, you know, when we came here, it was, speaking of grandmothers, the death of our beloved Nana, Dmise's Nana. And so it was really hard. And we were in a space of grief and twiddling our thumbs. And we crossed paths with Ams, or Lil Elephant. And
yeah, at the
he
Rebel
helped,
Jam at the
like,
RTD
put us
show.
on track. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That
Yeah,
show.
yeah, we went out to that RTD show. He was vending there, and you know, we chopped it up a little bit. And he's like, "Dude, like, have you been working on art since you've been here?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." Like, as soon as I touched down, I was like, "Man, like, oh man," you know, of course, did the whole like service and funeral and all that. But after that, I was like, "Man, I need to paint. I need to paint something. I don't have spray paint. I can't just go up to any wall and just be like, yeah, can I paint this wall? Can you give me some money for spray paint, like to write my name? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's even if I had like my portfolio to show him, it's just like one of those things where, like, I was just trying to look for a release, not just like a job, you know, a mural job or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
So
Whatever. You were looking for whatever you could get.
honestly, I was.
Don't lie.
But,
Well, I know I have a good friend of mine. When he found out that you were on my podcast, he had asked me, "Hey, can you put me in contact with him?" So next time you come down, I got a job for you.
Right on, man. Sounds good. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. Like,
shout out Jeremy.
Yeah, that's so helpful too, because we love being here and we want to keep coming back, and it helps to be able to work and to do things to stay.
Yeah, right.
productive.
It helps to like when you go somewhere, like have a purpose at least, like
Yeah.
not just be a tourist. Because don't get me wrong, being a tourist is fun and all, but like I know how it is. I start getting around like a certain place, and it's just like, man, like I want to leave my mark here somehow, like.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, or like contribute to
yeah, exactly,
the place
yeah.
and
Exactly.
offer, you know, beautify it with your art or do something to enhance it.
Yeah,
Shoot,
just-
man, it's we've been here too long.
Yeah, I bet.
But I love it because I feel like we can keep going. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just keep going. Fuck it. Cheers. Let's get it. You good? You need another beer?
I'm
good.
I'm empty.
Here, let me go grab you a beer.
I have this one, but it was mine.
Here, I'll go grab you a beer.
I'll have one of those ranch waters. It's cool.
Should I light this?
Oh, all right, whatever works.
Should I light this?
Sure. Light it up.
Alright, it got smashed in my bag.
Here, get the Deftones beer.
Oh shit! Damn.
Whoa.
Man, I was watching a movie last night, and I heard their music and I tripped out. It was like a revenge movie. Damn, I'm horrible with names. Jamie Foxx was like a lawyer. Like, it was a good fucking movie though. I just remember they started playing I want to say Engine Number 9 by Deftones on Adrenaline. And man, that blew my mind. Like actually hearing, you know what I mean, Deftones in like a fucking movie. You know,
Dude, I love Deftones, man. Fucking cheers, bro.
I figured you would. You're from San Antonio.
Are they from San Antonio?
Am I?
Or no, is Deftones?
No.
Or, okay. Oh, you're
They're
just
from
saying-
like San
Sacramento.
Diego. Yeah,
Oh,
they're from
okay.
Cali.
Okay.
But like, dude, like it's
Yeah.
just tied to San Antonio. Like,
It's-
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel-
No, it is.
I
It
feel that
really
way.
is. Like, I remember in high school, everybody was rocking Deftones, and I just didn't get into them at that time. Like, cause I was into like stupid, like corny new metal at that time.
like
And,
what, dude? I love new metal, bro.
dude? I fucking loved Korn and
Same.
like
Who
Limp-
didn't?
Limp
Who
Bizkit.
didn't? Come on.
Fucking-
Oh, they played White Rabbit, bro.
Limp Bizkit.
Yes.
When?
Like 98, 99, some shit
Oh,
like that.
Shit. Yeah, cause I seen them at the fucking Alamo Dome. and,
Family
like,
Values?
No, it wasn't that
No,
tour.
it wasn't when Method Man lost his watch.
Well, Method Man was there, but it was like Stained was playing there, but not Rammstein.
No, it wasn't Family Values. It was called something else. I remember Method Man lost his
But
watch.
yeah, Method Man was there, and he's fucking stage dive and dived into the crowd. That's when he lost his watch.
Yeah, and then he came back and he was like, "Yo, I lost my Rolex." Da 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 da. And
Oh,
someone gave it back.
Oh shit!
No,
Yes.
Damn, that's respect, dude. That's
yeah.
fucking love.
I love seeing trust building.
That's when
happening.
you know you're a fucking legend. You've reached that legendary status. So nobody's gonna want to fucking rob Method Man. you know
Yeah,
what I
right.
mean?
Who'd want to fuck his night up? Like,
Yeah, like
Come on.
fucking Method
Don't-
Man. Like,
don't say nobody. Just.
well, I mean, I feel like
I like to think people all have a big heart like me, but I know.
I know. I just don't trust anybody. I'm like, but it's amazing when that happens.
So you were at that show too?
yeah, it was at
Hell
that
yeah.
show.
Hell yeah. Did you ever
like
see?
2001 or something?
Yes, yes. I was still a senior in high school. Did you ever see when Rage came down?
No, I
At
missed
the Alamo Dome?
Raged. I missed that. I remember a lot of my friends were going to that, and I missed that. And one of those things I regret to this day.
I saw them twice. That was actually like one of my first concerts. I saw them like Wu-Tang was supposed to play with them. It was like Slaughter Lane in Austin. It was a big field. And Wu-Tang didn't come. Instead, the Roots played. It was Atari Teenage Riots, the Roots, and Rage.
Oh
shit
shit!
was fun. Like,
Damn, I bet.
it was intense.
I bet, man.
I miss all that shit. I don't feel like I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with Rage Against the Machine ever since they told me I needed to be vaxxed to go see them in El Paso.
Okay, dude. That's
Yeah, that's understandable.
that's fucked up. Like that they required that, you know, out of their fans when like most their stuff is all about like fighting the system.
Yeah, I mean, I even got a rage tat.
It's like rage
surprising.
against the machine,
Yeah,
and
like,
and
sellouts.
that whole
That's what it felt like after
propaganda was like that was the machine, that was the system, just totally force feeding that.
Forcing people to do medical procedures.
But the coronavirus shit, like, I lost friends over that I didn't get vaxxed. Like,
Dude,
it was wild.
I'm on the verge of like, you know, I'm on that verge. Like most of my friends that you know kind of like judge me for that for not getting that. I was like,
so you're in the same boat.
I'm in the same boat.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well,
You too?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, 100%. It's like I'm not going. I don't trust the government.
Yeah,
and
my
I don't
whole.
trust the pharmaceutical industry either.
I'm not trying to turn it into that kind of podcast, but like my whole thing was like, yo, how the fuck are you gonna have the cure or vaccine for something like a year after this shit popped
soon.
up? Like,
that soon.
Like, man, fuck y'all. Like,
Yeah,
And no scientific approval too. It's just no testing and time. These things take time.
you know what?
I was just over it, bro.
You know what like got me the most skeptical, where I was just like, oh wow, now if you get the vaccine, you get a lottery ticket, or like they were doing these crazy ass things.
People.
Yeah, they
Wasn't
started
someone
paying
giving away
people.
pizza or something
Yeah,
too?
and like so many,
They were pulling out all stuff.
especially in California, I was noticing it all the time. They were like, yeah, now you'll get like $100 gift card to something, you know.
Go to Kohl's.
Yeah, it's like they were paying people to get vaccinated because not enough people were just signing up naturally. So it just made me like super skeptical, where I was like, man, I've seen a lot of sci-fi movies and shit where this was the shit.
Yeah.
This is what happened to people. And I'm not saying that is what's happening, but I'm like, I'm not going to doubt it. I'm not going to think that, oh no, that the government wouldn't do that to us. I'm like, man, why would you trust that shit? Like,
or just for me, I'm just a rebel. I don't like it when people tell me what to do.
yeah,
It's
that
like,
was the
I'm
thing.
immediately like suspicious of that.
All I know is the United States government loves us all, so they have our best interests at heart.
Yeah, exactly.
They mean well.
They mean well.
They mean well. And there's also a lot of heroes, and there are people that really, you know, perform a lot of these modern miracles. And that's what it's there for emergencies.
Yeah, I've definitely like been. Well, I've been watching it, but I've been seeing how like people will get, I guess, not invited to festivals or something unless they like paint festivals to paint murals unless they get vaccinated.
Oh shit!
like
I never
that.
thought of it in that perspective.
Yeah, like that dude Saturno or Saturno art, Saturn 1 art, but like he's like he was talking about that, you know, and just like not saying that he's like with it or against it or whatever, but he just was saying how it's messed up when
How it's happening.
Yeah, when somebody's trying to tell you what to do with your body, you know what I mean? Like the whole like Roe versus Wade thing. It's like, how can those fools tell a woman what to do with her body? Like, just kind of, it's like the same kind of difference. How they're going to tell you, like, you need to do this or you're going to die. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Like, everything was just like, was nuts to me.
Yo, it's just crazy.
I hate how it's divided everybody. Too.
Yes.
That's the
Like-
part
like-
that's so heartbreaking.
Like I said, I lost homies. Like
Right.
homies would be like, no, like I don't want to be around you anymore until you get
Yeah.
vaxxed. And I'm just like, dude, well that's like peace.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what to say. Like that's not happening. Like
Yeah.
I miss the era where we didn't share our political views or
Yeah, right.
like medical decisions with each other.
It's crazy
It was,
that
like,
medical
hush,
decisions
hush.
are political views now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
Like
trip.
that's weird, right?
Yeah, that is
it
weird.
is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fucked up.
It's really tough. And the work that I do with the essential oils, like there's a lot of censorship and like suppression that happens from the powers that be against all of that. So it's like a constant battle to be able to share anything that can help people that they can just use at home, you know, to take care of themselves naturally. And it's like they don't make it easy for us to share that information, like as if it's a threat, because it's taken, you know, their business or their focus. If people can take care of their health at home.
Well, they don't want that.
Yeah, no.
Taking
Big
money out
pharma
of their
making money out of
pockets.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big pharma, yeah, definitely don't want that. But yeah, man, when the government's like being like, yeah, I'll pay you to get this shot, like, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
that.
bro.
It's crazy. It's like one thing if somebody wants to volunteer for that, but like if somebody's like, even if somebody on the street was like, bro, I'll pay you $10 if you take a hit off this joint. I'd be like, what the
really good.
fuck? Like,
That's-
bro, who do you think I am? I ain't fucking stupid, bro.
First off, am I lighting the joint?
Right?
Because if I'm lighting it, I might take the $10.
Even then, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm just skeptical of it, you know? Like this, because like they're like, this is supposed to heal you and like, and fight, you know, and defend you from this virus. Like, you're going to be safe. We'll pay you to get this. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, this is going to get you fucking high as fuck, bro. I'll pay you to hit this. I would be skeptical. I'd be like, why do you want to pay me to hit your fucking joint? Like,
Just like a peddler coming out. Like,
I'm like, there's something weird.
See,
There's
that's
something
crazy
weird about it.
In Texas, they really didn't do that. It was more like, I don't know. Texas was like no holds barred. They really didn't care. We really weren't under lockdown too much. It wasn't as bad as like California.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, I remember seeing
Yeah,
the
no.
news.
We've just been living in the ice ages.
I mean, that's why like Rogan picked up and moved up over here because of that shit. Like, I don't know if you keep up with Joe Rogan, but he picked up, moved to Austin, and it looks like he's having a great time there.
So many people are moving out of California too.
Yeah, I've been noticing that. Like,
Mass exodus.
Texas is cheap, so I guess that's why they're all coming here. And it's crazy because I guess they're bringing their ideology with them. So I know it's been clashing a lot around here.
Dude, it's bringing the price up on stuff.
You're
It's
ruining
good and bad.
everything.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, man.
I mean, I think that's why Amza Studio I think it's gonna get bought out soon.
Yeah,
Like, I'm pretty sure because I mean, you've seen around it. There's all those high rises.
Right.
I'm pretty sure they want that land just to make a high rise. Like,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're just gonna demolish and make some new shit.
Gentrify.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm seeing that everywhere in this city. It's a trip.
Yeah, that is a trip.
Because it's
man.
like everyone can take that money from their sale of their property and their business in California and then buy up, you know, all the property.
Yeah, that shit's sad, you know. But at the same time, like, I am about like beautification and like making like ugly shit look pretty.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I like making pretty shit look ugly, but you know, it's very far and few between. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I like, oh man, like what the fuck? Like where the fuck did this building come from? Like it used to be like all trashed out right here. Like, damn, this building looks nice, you know, but
Did you ever go into the peanut factory?
oh man.
It's crazy. There's a few buildings downtown where they like, you know, people used to go in and do graffiti or whatever. Well, they kept the graffiti up.
Really?
So people's graffiti's in lofts now.
Damn. That's the peanut factory?
Yes, that's the one. Like, I want to say that's the one on Frio, and there's another one. I can't remember what it used to be.
Well, I've
Of
painted
Guadalupe.
I painted inside the Judson Candy Factory.
I think was it
And
was
that
it like
was
on Flores in Guadalupe or somewhere around there.
yeah, it was like somewhere like right there off of like you take that South
Flores.
Flores
Yeah.
Laredo Street.
Yeah. Yeah, they did it. They did some lofts there like that too, man.
Damn. That's a trip. Yeah, that
That's
place
so
is
awesome. They kept the graffiti in there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool too.
Yeah, that's fucking dope, man.
I know they're trying to do that with Lone Star too, but that place has gone through like a lot of hands lately.
Really?
Yeah, man. They've like
Is it still abandoned?
yes. Last time I went in there maybe like 3 weeks ago. There was a couple living there. They were really upset that I was there.
Really?
Yes.
Oh shit.
They were all, you can't come in this room. And I was just like, all right, fine. I'm not trying to get stabbed. Like,
Damn.
But I know, like, before the previous owner had security, so people couldn't squat there.
Oh shit.
But man, parts of it have burned down. They tore a bunch of down. Like, there's no pool there anymore. Like, it's wild, man. It's crazy seeing that shit just getting like picked off piece by piece.
Damn. Yeah, that's a trip that happens.
What was the other one that was cool? Splash Town.
Oh, dude, I missed that because that happened, since the last time that I've been in San Antonio. Like,
Yeah, just on a whim, I went in there with a homie. I'll show you some pictures later. It was pretty fucking cool. Like, I brought a cup from there. I wanted to drag the inner tubes because there was like 20 inner tubes.
oh shit.
I just thought it'd be baller to be floating like the Comal, like with a Splash Town inner tube.
Right, dude, that's a fucking that's a relic. You know what I mean?
Splash Town was this water park. It was here in town.
I've heard stories.
It was super cool. Like,
yeah, that was
That's
a staple.
too bad that they don't have that. It's so hot here. We got here at the end of the summer. Almost had like 3 heat strokes.
Had you not been here like this?
I've been in here in May.
Oh, okay.
Usually was when we would come, so it does get hot there.
August is brutal.
Yeah, we've never been out here in August. I mean, well, since we've been together. So yes, so the end of September was still a little hot, and so she got to feel that a little bit, But
Yep, in Lil Elephants warehouse. Shout out once again. Thanks for the water and saving me, to their whole team. Thanks for not letting us melt.
There you go.
fuck yeah.
Well, yeah, it's about that time.
Yeah.
If they want to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, there's 3 different ones, right? It's like Christopher Dmise on Instagram. And then if you want to see my erotic Instagram page, it's Dmise Erotica. And then my TikTok, which is pretty family friendly, that one's Dmise, Dmise. If you just type in Dmise on anything, like you'll be able to find where I'm at.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
What about you, Alicia? If they're trying to see the feet, how do they see the feet?
So the majority of like all my feet content just goes on to OnlyFans at this time, just because I get shadow banned all the time on social media between all the like health stuff and then the feet stuff. It's like everything that I like kind of, gets censored a little bit. So right now it's on OnlyFans. It's kind of shifted a lot over the years. And then, so on OnlyFans, you have to search me up as Athanur, ATHANUR_. And also you can find me on Instagram. So just look up Athanur and ATHANUR .allat.
It's spelled
ALLAT.
Athanur
a lot.
And that's the same as the music as well, correct?
Yep, and that's where I'm posting my music. I also have an Athanur page too. I have 2 different pages on Instagram, so sometimes you have to have a backup page.
What about YouTube?
And then also follow my YouTube page, and it's under Athanur.
So
as
what's the YouTube page about?
So my YouTube page is where I'm going to be posting all my music videos mostly, and just I'm still kind of figuring it out. I have a couple different YouTube pages.
Who's shooting the videos?
So my amazing photographer, also known as Dmise, is shooting these videos.
Man, I'm getting deja vu. I'm like, what?
Yeah, there might be like a couple of them where I've done some of the shots, but it's so, we'll shoot these videos, and it's actually
and then she'll edit
done
them
over like a process of time. So a lot of this footage was taken like a while back, because this album that I'm releasing this year was supposed to be released probably like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And there's just been various different roadblocks and obstacles. And, but so it's been a work in progress. So a lot of these music videos are things that haven't really been shared before and just different content that I've just been sitting on.
Hey, that's dope.
I'm really excited to
Dude,
share.
that's cool knowing that you took those pictures and you like make music videos too.
Dude, it's fun, man. Like, yeah, she'll have ideas, I'll have ideas, so we'll just collaborate that way and see what magic happens. And then she'll edit them in ways that go along with the beat, or something with the music.
We'll try to like take advantage of just whatever random environments that we're in and things.
Yeah,
So.
like this last one for like that Choma Longma song of hers, the singles cover is her in lingerie in the snow. And that was when we moved to this house that we were renting a room at with some roommates. They were like, yeah, this place never gets snow. It's it's not high up in the mountains because we were on a riverfront property. So the river is like right there. It never snows. And then it fucking snowed like fucking crazy that year.
It was Snowmageddon.
It was so much
wasn't
snow. I was
normal.
like, what the fuck? And they were surprised. They're like, bro, it's never like this. I'm
It
like,
shut down the power grid for like 2 or 3 weeks. And then
it was 2 weeks.
Like all
It was
the
2 weeks
roads,
without
like,
power.
were just covered in trees that had just fallen.
Yeah,
That's
they
crazy.
They couldn't
We
even
were
fix.
trapped out there with no power.
Yeah, it was
like
it was
3
nuts.
weeks almost.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That was that was in Willow Creek, and Willow Creek, California, where they say Bigfoot lives.
Yeah,
Out there, he's out there.
country.
It's a really big like Bigfoot themed town. But yeah, they were just like,
The stories are true.
they're like, this never. They were like, this never happens. We never get this much snow. We
It's
never,
Bigfoot.
But yeah. So then she was like, oh, this is perfect. We got to film
So
in this.
we were like, it was Christmas night on the 25th last year, Christmas a year ago, pretty much. And we're like, oh, it's snowing. We're all, I'm dreaming of Hawaii. We're like, okay, let's do this cool photo shoot. So we do this video shoot because I was supposed to be releasing this song in
Back then.
December of 2021.
That makes sense.
All
It
hell
happens.
broke loose. All hell broke loose. It was insane.
Yeah, we almost died in that shit. Like,
I mean,
that
like,
was like we caught it and we were like, oh, and there I am in lingerie, and then
After that was
it
like-
hell.
really?
Yes,
we just we
it
really
was a
like
natural disaster.
yeah, we really took advantage of that moment where it was like, wow, this is beautiful. So much snow still falling from the sky, and it's just covered in snow everywhere, the landscape. And then she's like walking in these like big white boots in lingerie. And then we were
Just capturing
we just
snowflakes.
we just got videos for her music video, and then like just pictures of that for the single cover. Just having fun, man. Like, because it was something that was like, oh, you got white lingerie. There's snow everywhere. Everything's white. Like this shit.
There's
yeah,
heat inside.
yeah. There's heat inside, and then the power goes out, and then it's like freezing inside. You just left outside trying to go inside for comfort. Yeah, it was. Sorry, I'm yelling. My bad. I get excited sometimes.
It was insane. You guys don't understand the levels of trauma that we have been through since then, because there was actually three natural disasters that we went through in 1 year.
Well,
Fire, ice, and fire again.
Yeah, we had to evacuate twice from that place. That
'Cause
we
of
were
fire?
at. Yeah, because of
Mhm.
fire.
Wildfires?
Yeah, wildfires.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That we could see from our bedroom window. We could just see like 20, 30 foot tall flames across the ridge line.
Yeah, so it
See,
was
like burning leaves falling into the yard from the fire burning.
freaky, man.
So
like,
scary.
it's like something I've never seen before, and it was kind of like a horror movie,
I'm sure.
you know. And and I couldn't turn it off. I couldn't switch the
Oh,
channel. I was just like, fuck.
Couldn't get under the blanket.
Yeah, I would go lay down in bed and just try to like forget that there's a fire like glowing outside. Cause I mean it would be glowing cause it's so pitch black out there. Cause it's not like there's street lights. It's just rural, like country area. Bigfoot land.
Aliens.
And like the fires that's burning on the hillside across from us is glowing in the sky. I mean, it looks fucking beautiful, but scary as fuck because you know if that wind picks up and just shifts in the direction that the house is at, you'd be fucked. And it was a wooden house. It was all wood.
Wooden deck.
Like everything was wood.
Wooden deck.
I was like, we would be catching
and,
fire
2
quickly.
fields of like 6 foot tall grass.
So the fire missed y'all?
Yeah, missed.
Well, we had to get mandatory evacuated out of there.
Yeah, we had to get out of there.
But they did build a barricade. It was actually our neighbors across the street. They like burnt their whole backyard to build like a barricade, I guess, against the fire. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that way when the fire reaches there, there's no back fuel for it to grow.
Oh shit!
Yeah, some crazy shit.
Because it was like if
happened.
it would have caught fire, then it could have potentially caught fire to the whole town there. So close.
Man.
So close.
Well.
I know. It's all like over 2 hours now. Like,
It's just in 2 hours. This is probably the longest one I've done. I love it. I love that we can just sit here and just vibe.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Me too.
Thanks for getting the lowdown of the situation.
Yeah.
No, man, like this shit interests me. The whole fire thing and everything. I have a bunch of cousins. They're firefighters in Oregon, but they be traveling like Cali, Oregon, Washington, Montana, all up there. You know what I mean?
Heroes.
They just fight fires. That's all they do.
Yeah.
Like
That shit's dope.
So it's cool, like hearing not cool, but like it's interesting to hear stories where like I know they're probably doing some fucking work.
Yeah. Dude, shout out to the firefighters
Seriously.
that saved Willow Creek because, I mean, it's a small-ass town. And then there was like over 1,100 personnel out there from the firefighters. Yeah, they were
And it
just
happened
like,
in the middle of the night too, so it was like a lightning storm that happened, and it lit like 7 forest fires, significant ones. So they were putting their boots on at like 3 a.m. or 2 a.m., 4 a.m. I don't. Yeah.
Because I remember one time I went up there, Oregon, Idaho area. You know what I mean? Like an hour away from Boise, Idaho. Anyways, so I'm driving, I drove with my brother and his homie from Ontario, Oregon to Portland, Oregon. And half of it was just fucking burnt, bro. Like, it was just gone. Like,
damn.
Yeah. And then, all of a sudden, you just see beautiful trees, waterfalls, Oregon, you know?
Well, we noticed that the last time that we drove to Grants Pass, Oregon, there was a lot of spots that were just black.
What part of the state is Grants Pass in?
It's gonna be kind of off the coast, but not on the coast.
It's towards Ashland, Oregon. It's south of, or it's just barely south of Ashland.
Like southwest, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of the sister city there.
Sick.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He painted a mural there.
Yeah, I painted a mural for my buddy's grow shop, or garden supply store.
Shush.
Well, everything's grow this, grow
Same
that.
difference.
You know what I mean?
If you want to grow some tomatoes, holla at the homie shop.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're from Humboldt County. So.
No, I used to work there. Shout out to
Sorry.
Bayside Garden Supply.
Yeah.
They are the homies. I love them. I love just that environment. They're family to me. You know, I worked there for 2+ years, and it was hard to go. But once we moved out of the city area or the coastal town into the mountains in Willow Creek, yeah, it was just I didn't want to make that commute. It's an hour and 10 minutes or something like that. But
I mean, that's hard if you're going back and forth to work. That's 2 hours and 20 minutes a day, just driving.
But
fuck
that
that
wasn't the real reason. I mean, we love our family at Bayside, but it was Dmise is too talented to be working 9 to 5 all the time.
No, honestly,
that's an accomplishment. Live it, bro.
I
Live up
I
to
am-
that.
I
That's
am-
what's up.
I
Like
am
that's
living up
amazing,
to
bro.
that, yeah.
That's amazing, bro.
Thank you.
Like,
Yeah, man. Like the store manager there over at Bayside, she was just like, I had seen her recently, you know, and I hadn't worked there for like maybe 2 years at this point. She's like, you know, some of the guys are talking about, yeah, Dmise is back in Eureka, because we just recently got back there before we came to Texas. Like, what if he works here again? Like, she was like, I wouldn't hire Dmise back. He needs to be famous. That's what she said. He needs to be famous.
hey, you know what? I just want to end it on that.
Fuck yeah.
I appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you, bro.
Like,
Appreciate
subscribe.
you
Tell
so
me what I can do
much.
better at. Tell me what I'm worse at. Just talk to me. Quit being so lame with me, everybody. Whatever.